Hi, welcome to my guided listen presentation about Remember You from the show Adventure Time, written by Rebecca Sugar. So, a bit about Rebecca Sugar. She is a 36-year-old animator from Maryland, and She started working at Cartoon Network on the show Adventure Time as a storyboard revisionist, and she then later left the show to create her own show, Steven Universe, which is also on Cartoon Network. Um, so yeah, she left Adventure Time to make her own show, but then she later returned to help work on Adventure Time in making a couple episodes and writing these songs Everything Stays and Time Adventure. And as for the song Remember You, you need to know the characters a little bit. So I put some pictures of them over there. Um, so the normal looking guy on the left is Simon, who turns into the Ice King, who is pictured next to him after he puts on the crown that he's wearing. And then Marceline, the Vampire Queen, is next to them. And basically, the song Remember You is about Marceline trying to get Simon to remember her because when he turns into the Ice King, he does not remember her anymore. And it's basically just a sad song about Marceline trying to remember when they were together as Simon and Marceline, as when Marceline was a kid. Um, because, yeah, once Simon puts on the crown, he basically forgets about her, and Marceline remembers everything about Simon, but the Ice King, Simon, does not remember her. So yeah, for the strumming pattern for this song, we are using the island strum that is pictured here on screen. It goes one, two, and four, and one, two, and four, and it is down, down, up, down, up, as it is pictured there on the screen. So you can just practice that for a minute on whatever chord. You can leave it open or whatever, and just practice. One, two, and four, and one, two, and four, and it is basically just that throughout the entire song. So now using that strumming pattern for the entire song, we have the chord progression here for the verses. So it goes C major to F major to F minor, and then for the most part of the verses, it loops back to C major. But then for the very last loop through the chord progression, it goes to E7 and then into the chorus. So, um, yeah, for C major, that's just your third finger on the third fret on the A string, and then F, that's just your second finger on the second fret on the G string, and your first finger on the first fret on the E string. And then F minor is up there with the diagram, has the numbers on it. That's your first finger and second finger in the first fret on the G string and the E string, and then your fourth finger on the third fret on the A string. And so, since we're constantly looping from F minor to C, this is what I do. I typically just leave my fourth finger on that A string in the third fret for the C chord instead of switching to the third finger, because then you can just loop from F minor to C and then to F really easily. So yeah, and then for E7, the finger guide is also up there as well. That's just your first finger, first fret on the G string, and then second finger, second fret on the C string, and then third finger also on the second fret on the A string. And so yeah, the chord progression with the island strum will sound like this. And that's me going through all of them. So yeah. But yeah, now going into the chorus chord progression here, we have a couple new chords and then just some of the ones from the verses. So starting the chorus, we have D, which is your first, second, and third fingers all on the second fret on the G, C, and E string. And then that goes to E minor, which is your first finger on the second fret on the A string. And then it's kind of like a staircase going up the strings. So you have your second finger on the third fret on the E string, and then your third finger on the C string in the fourth fret. And then that goes to G7, which is your first finger on the E string in the first fret. Your third finger is here on the second fret on the A string, and then your second finger goes over top your third in the second fret on to the C string. And so the chorus is just the same island strum, and it loops like this. It goes D to E minor to G7 to C major to F major to F minor to C major to F major and then to E7. And yeah, that is the chord progression for the chorus. And so yeah, now here is the first verse and chorus of the song, and I stole these screenshots off of UQ tabs, so I will link them on the next slide. But yeah, it basically just uses the chord progressions that I just showed you, and so I'm gonna play it now at about the regular tempo that I take it at, and so you can feel free to slow down the video or speed up, I guess, if you would like. And yeah, here it is. Marceline, it's just you and me in the wreckage of the world. That must be so confusing for a little girl. I know you're gonna need me here with you, but I'm losing myself and I'm afraid you're gonna lose me too. This magic keeps me alive, but it's making me crazy, and I need to save you. Who's gonna save me? Please forgive me for whatever I do when I don't remember you. And yeah, that's basically how the song goes. So yeah, there's another verse and chorus to the song and a bridge, which is basically just the exact same as the verse I just showed you. So yeah, here is the link to Yuki Tabs and that song on their website. So thank you for watching and have fun and enjoy the song.